Every Friday, Justus swings by for Bring Justice to the Movies. We'll tell you if you need to watch the movie that we watched, so it's time to do that.
The movie industry is made up of two separate but equally important groups. The theaters who display the movies and the critics who overvalue their opinions. These are our reviews. The Morning Blaze is bringing justice to the movies.
Welcome back, sir.
What up?
Like I just mentioned, every Friday, Justice is here to review a movie. I watched the movie alongside you this week, so I'm prepared and ready to go. Justice, what did we watch this week?
We watched Concrete Cowboy.
Tell people what that's about real quick.
So it's about based on a true life group, the Fletcher Street Cowboys in Philadelphia. Bunch of people riding cowboys in the middle of the city. And essentially it's kind of saying a dying breed sounds weird, but it's something it's slowly getting erased essentially by the city. And this movie, as interesting as that is, uses that as a backdrop for a pretty standard father-son hate each other, end up liking each other's story.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because that's what I thought while watching the movie, too. I was really interested in the urban cowboy story, because that's the part of the story that was based on something real.
Yeah.
And one of the more interesting parts of the movie, or facts of the movie, rather, is that they used real horse riders from Philadelphia today
in
the movie. They used the actual people, and I think that this is that backdrop is something that I wanted to know more about. And it's not a story that a lot of people know. It's very interesting that in the middle of a dense urban city, I think up until the late 70s, this was a fairly normal thing in the area. There were the horse stables and these cowboys that rode horses through the city, which by itself sounds interesting, and I wanted to know more about that. But like you said, the movie's not really about them. It's just they're just the setting for a very, very standard, my son's out of control, so I kick him out of the house. He has to go live with his estranged father. They hate each other and find a way to reconnect and get their life straight. Like that movie we've seen a million times. Yeah,
and then you've seen it a million times, but do you ever see the comparison of a kid to a horse and having to break him? That's what's different about this, man. That's what it is. It's deeper than you think. No, but like really, that's as far as it goes. Is that's like, okay, clearly this kid is just the same thing as trying to break a wild horse, which he actually does in the movie.
Right.
So it's like right in your face. Here you go. This is essentially what this is about.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad movie. It's done well.
Right.
But it's something you've seen
That's what
before.
I see. As soon as I was done watching it, that's what I texted you. I'm like, it's not bad. Like I would say it's good, but I don't know that it's the kind of movie that I would tell you, hey, you know what I saw this week? I don't know that I would tell anyone really about it. Like it didn't,
it's not insane. It's just kind of something
I felt it was a missed opportunity to tell a story that was unknown to a lot of people and more interesting, which would be the horse riding story, than to tell the standard kid story. I mean, the main story about the father and son is so generic. I mean, you know exactly where it's going from start to finish. He's got the standard delinquent friend that he runs around with that his dad tells him not to, and of course that goes horribly wrong at some point in the movie. It's like you see all of that coming. None of that surprises you. You're right. The horse breaking analogy is kind of what the whole movie's hung on, but even that, you're like, just tell me about the horse riders.
Yeah. It'd be a more interesting documentary about them than probably this movie.
All right.
For being totally honest.
I thought, for considering the fact that a lot of the actors in the movie weren't actually actors, a lot of the horse crew were real folks. I thought it was pretty well put together. Like I said, it's definitely not a bad movie. I just don't know that it's one that I would be like, hey, go watch this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it at some point. Just it's not like, you have to watch this right now. It's just if you have time, it's there.
Let me ask you this: if there was this movie and a movie that was just about the horse riders, which one would you rather watch?
Probably the horse rider
right.
one.
See, because that's the story you really want to know. So I think it piques your interest in a subject that it doesn't come through on, I think, is at the end of the story what I would say.
Yeah, I think we expected a little more from it than what we got.
Right. So Concrete Cowboy is the movie. If you want to check it out for yourself, like I said, it's not bad. I just don't know that you're going to be blown away by it. It's on Netflix right now. It's an interesting story, and it'll make you kind of Google who these people were. Is what it'll probably do.
Yeah, at the very least.
But
you'll get more
the story
itself,
not super good. All right, what are we going to watch next week? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay.
I do my research 2 minutes before I come on Tuesdays, man.
That's not a joke. He'll walk in going, all right, I got this or I got that. So tune in Tuesday.
That only happened this week.
To find out what we're doing next. Justus, thank you very much.
Thanks, dude.